Good morning, all nations. My name's Kit, and this is my thought for the week. So I'm currently in France on holiday with Ellie and her family, and I'm really enjoying the weather. It's about the same temperature as Reading, but without all the sweatiness, so it's quite nice. But one thing that I have found a bit of a challenge is the French language. I didn't do French GCSE, so basically coming to France, I only really knew bonjour, which isn't ideal when you're trying to order a full meal. But it got me thinking about languages and how to understand different people, and it got me thinking about, God's voice and the sort of language that God speaks in. And the idea is that with the French language or any other earthly languages, you have to practice it. To know it, you have to use Duolingo or go to classes and practice it and repeat it on other French or other language people to get a better understanding, get familiar with it. And that's the same with God's voice and, the way that God speaks to us. We have to be familiar with the way that God will speak to us. We can't just expect to, pray to him and hear him audibly or in any other media without having to sort of become familiar with his character or with how he usually speaks to us. And just with learning languages, it's quite simple actually. All we have to do is practice, and we practice hearing God's voice and understanding his character really just through reading the word, being in his presence and in prayer. And the more that we do that consistently, the more that we read his Bible daily, as you wake up or before you go to bed is probably one of the easiest ways that I do it. And then we just understand his voice and understand what he's trying to say to us. So when we get into those, difficult stages in life or those exciting stages in life that you just want God to be a part of and hear what guidance that he has or the Holy Spirit has for us, it's not as difficult when we ask in prayer, can you help me with this? Can you lead me in that? Because we just know his voice, and it becomes so much easier. So I hope that's an encouragement for you today, that although it might seem daunting and you might not understand what God's trying to say, the start of it with constant prayer and reading the word and understanding his voice and his character, you'll find those situations a lot easier to understand.